Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I am Moni, the founder of IMONI Showroom Paris. We are a digital and offline sales agency and we help young and transforming brands to create and launch in the international market. Talking about young brands, it is my pleasure to welcome Ece Nayman from Turkey. You are the designer of Ece Nayman.
Hi,
Um, nice to
thank you for having me.
Nice to see you. Your brand is the embodiment of lifestyle that blends youth culture, sophistication, and comfort. Thank you for being with us and being part of this discussion. We will talk about your identity as a young fashion label and about the future of fashion.
Sure.
Let me jump right into the first question. Why did you decide to choose fashion designing as a career?
um, Ever since I know myself, it was probably the age 10. I always had this dream of having a brand of my own. I was always into fashion. I have a huge interest in fashion. Like it's like a hobby and a lifestyle for me. To be honest, it's always around me. And like when I decided in high school that I was going to study, I studied in London College of Fashion, women's wear design. And after that, I came like in London also, and then in back in Turkey. I worked in different branches of fashion, but then I was waiting for to have courage and also waiting for the right time to be able to create my own brand. So like 3 years ago, I started creating the brand, and here we are right now. It's now my fourth collection, and I love like doing this as a job. It's not like even like a job for me, to be honest. It's like my hobby, and I'm working for that. So it's very satisfying, and like it makes me really happy. Yeah, and, like fashion is definitely my life, and I love creating things and like designing things from scratch. So that's why I'm doing this as a career, I can say.
So, what is your favorite part of being a fashion designer?
It's definitely when I see my designs, other people wearing them, and this is like a appreciation moment for me. Also, like seeing my designs in the windows of the stores is also like it makes me super happy at this moment. And like you see, for example, like a painting, and then you have the ideas going on in your mind, and then you work on them for like months, and then you create this garments from scratch, and like it's very satisfying, when you do the whole collection, and then when you take the photos, uh, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's the best part when I do the collection.
Do you have your own atelier, or do you work with external manufacturers?
Yeah, I don't even have an office, to be honest. Since
We all work from home.
yeah, yeah, this is my workspace, actually, my
Pretty good.
computer and myself. And then, yeah, I have an office for the operations, for the websites and that stuff. But like, I don't have an atelier. I work with big manufacturers, to be able to get the best quality for the garments. And yeah, it's a little challenging sometimes because you're a small brand and they're like huge, so there are like a lot of miscommunications. But to be able to get the product quality I want, I feel like I have to work with these kind of big manufacturers.
They are really indeed very high quality, no faults whatsoever. But also talking about great quality, your videos and your photography is also superb. Are you working with local models or photographers? How do you go about photo shooting?
Yeah, I care a lot about photography, so I'm always trying to work with the best photographers in Turkey. There are a lot of talented photographers here. I was, planning to be able to go to like New York or to Paris for this, like the new collection shoot, but obviously I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and model wise, we always hire models from foreign countries. Like in Turkey, it's not that. come, it's yeah, like I care about the photography a lot because it's how you present your collection to the world. Not everyone can get to see the real garments.
Especially now. I have a question. Um, we always are very amazed of the tightness of your portfolio and the styling. Yeah, so it's not only that the garments look great, but the universe that you present when you design. Do you design also your models with the haircut, with the hair color, the makeup, and to get that across in photography, or how do you develop the campaign shots or the shots that you're doing, because not only the garments look good together, but the models look great with it or in it, and
Yeah.
they have the uniformity. Yeah.
Yeah. When I design, to be honest, I don't like design as looks. I design as like individual garments, But then when you like when the collection is all coming up, you get to make the looks as well in your mind. But then one of my close friends, he's like one of the best stylists in Turkey, and also he works in New York. So yeah, I've been working with him since the beginning. I feel so lucky about it, and
Yeah, amazing job. I mean,
very good vision, and he has a totally different state of mind. I can say he works with Vogue Italia and a lot of other big magazines as well. So when the collection is done, we come together and we make meetings and decide on the mood and everything, and then everything comes later after the collection when he sees the garments and we work on together. So yeah, that's. But I always try to have just one image, one model, one straight and strict image, and then just I only use, for example, one shoe, the same makeup, same hair. I don't like the mix match a lot. I just want to be the focus on the garments. So
yeah.
yeah,
No, but
write
it's fabulous. We need the name of that stylist. Huh?
it down under the.
Yeah, please. He's
Yeah,
fabulous. Yeah, I mean, no, but he just gets it together. I mean, it's like one tight ball. The whole collection is super, and the image. I mean, and the videos, spots that you produce, fabulous. Yeah, it's we don't need even to work on them. Just put it on social media, and we get lots of views. Another question is that you define actually your style as daytime party wear. Obviously, nowadays it's a little bit difficult to party. So, how do you see your garments worn nowadays under the current conditions?
Yeah, to be honest, I still have this soul daytime part where I'm a quite positive person. I never get depressed easily. So in these times, I was trying to keep myself always positive. I made the two collections in just this bad year. So I'm trying to change the fortune of the year, just around for. I'm trying to make everything positive. And also I feel in these times people also want to wear more happy clothes, even if you're at home. And all my designs are all very colorful, so I feel
Beautiful, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah,
people
yeah.
like it. Even at home you want to be dressed as like I'm. I know from myself. I'm always like that. I never sit in my pajamas, even not for a day, because I knew it's gonna make my mood go down. So I was always dressing up at home as well. So I feel like I also like that in France.
Yeah, the same for me. Working from home office, yeah, we I dress up. I
Yeah,
dress up, even though.
there's a thin line. If you cross that, it's gonna go all the way down. So you shouldn't go that direction.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, so what is the how would you define the woman that is wearing your clothes, or you designing clothes for? Is it younger person or any ageless person or?
Yeah. Actually, I can't. First, when I created the brand, I had a age in my mind, but now I see that middle-aged women also buy it, or very young people also buy it. So that's what makes me really happy. and like I design clothes for first like super fun and like open people. I think like not to shy people and like not to dull people. I don't want to make like discrimination, but like like a for fresh and young souled woman. I feel like I'm designing the garments for them.
Talking about gender, I think many of your garments are genderless. I mean, unisex. Both men and women can wear it equally. Is it not correct?
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of my guy friends also wear them, and I can see like online people are buying them as well. And also they're quite oversized, so they could fit men as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, super.
totally for
No,
everyone.
no, it's great. Especially Italians, I think they like colors. They like
Yeah,
colors.
yeah.
or, or maybe German people who would like to cheer up.
Yeah.
Change from the minimalistic black, gray, and blue. I think sometimes it's breath of fresh air. Yeah, as we would say. Yeah. So also, I mean, you're not only they are colorful your garments, but they are fresh and trendy. How do you stay up to date regarding fashion?
um, I'm like as I mentioned before, fashion like it's like 99% of my life is fashion. So I'm a good observer, and I think that's very important as a designer. You have to observe, So I'm always like keeping myself up to date about fashion. I always read and I like used to travel a lot, and so it was like it would keep me like super, fresh, and I like get to be able to see different cities, different cultures. It's also very important for me, and but also Instagram is a very important tool for me as well. It's like a ocean for me. I dive into it. I get to discover a lot of new artists, graphic designers, fashion designers, like new everything. It's there, and it feeds me a lot, to be honest. Especially when we can't get to travel or like go to discover new stuff. So like when you're like more like quarantine, what so it's like very useful for me.
Mm-mm. We're talking about Instagram and ways of discovering things. Fashion tends to be more and more digitalized. Yeah. So, which challenges are you facing with this new way of experiencing customer relationships? How do you talk about yourself, of what channels you use to get your word out? Yeah,
Um,
or your styles out. Yeah.
I mean, I get most challenged in the manufacturing side, to be honest, with these uh, different times, because like it was so hard to find, like people got sick, so you had to wait for, for them to make the new collection. So, and also, like we used to receive like more fabrics from outside. Now they're not coming. Like everything was super challenging, especially in like from October to this January.
Mm-hmm.
The making process was super challenging for
we
me.
we don't see that because your collection was super on time and
I
both
know, I know.
sales and marketing materials are ready ahead of anybody else, honestly. So we shall do good for you or together with you this season, I think. At least that we see the light at the end of the tunnel, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And now we
I
are using YouTube also.
sorry.
And we are not only using Instagram, but we're using YouTube also
Yeah,
now.
that's.
Yeah. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, actually?
I always wanted to be a global brand, so I'm like
Big
hope.
dreams, huh?
Yeah, it's my dream to be a big worldwide known brand. Like it
Competing
was.
with Nike and other kind of athleisure, high end, I would say high end
Yeah,
athleisure brands. Yeah. So actually,
hopefully.
who do you consider your competitors or your idealized competitors? Yeah.
like like from the huge ones, let's say like off white.
Off white. Yeah, that's yeah. Off
I
white.
see myself next to these kind of brands, in department stores and
Off
some.
white. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's huge. So I hope one day I'll be that huge as well.
Yeah. No, no, no. We helping along the way, I think. No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you are. Thank you.
Yeah. No, but no. It's a I say two-way road, and we are together.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, what recent tools had the biggest impact on what you create, and what do you think will be created in the future? Meaning,
I
how you will be able to develop your both manufacturing, communication, with the technology, I would say. Yeah.
I think for first of all, like after the pandemic, the comfort is the most important thing at the moment. I think for people, when they're like wearing the garments. So I would definitely work on more, softer, comfortable fabrics. I'm already doing it, but I'm planning to use more eco-friendly fabrics, and it's also very important right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's actually hard to guess what's gonna happen next. So I'm always, still observing and looking around and reading a lot. Like the times are changing so fast,
Mm-hmm.
so the things are also changing. That's why. But yeah, I want to work more on this eco-friendly, organic.
Materials and sustainability. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's very important.
yeah. When I can see obviously VR design, into the future. Not only producing real things like real clothes, but 3D clothes that one
Yeah.
can sell to people who are interested in buying 3D clothes for gaming, for example. That could be quite interesting. No.
Ah,
Uh,
yeah. It's a good idea.
well, you see, I'm actually wearing your garment, and
Yeah,
I'm my avatar, so.
yeah, I like that.
so, so, what is your plan to move forward actually in 2021, 2022? What will happen? Do you think we will come back to a regular presentations in Paris or elsewhere in the more world, or we stick to digital presentations and perhaps improve them with the 3D, more realistic 3D characters and more realistic 3D clothes, with potential links to buying sites for professional buyers or even obviously consumers. Yeah? Or
Definitely, I think, but I'm a little old school about technology, to be honest. So I feel like I think in 2022 it will, like, everything, I hope, will go back to normal. But because I like to meet, like, okay, this is also super beneficial. It's like you get to reach a lot of people, like more people. But I feel like one-on-one communication is also very important, especially in fashion business. So, I missed the fashion weeks, like last time I was there together with you. I feel like even if you're like in Paris, you're at a restaurant and it's fashion week, you get to meet a lot of new people, for the fashion business. Especially for me as a designer, and I'm in the beginning, so the connections are very important for me.
networking, yeah.
So this fashion week comes back, yeah, and we get to meet like one-on-one for people, the buyers and the designers and artists and everything. I mean, I like the whole vibe, so it's a concept, so this, like, digital is something different. I feel like this is more lonely. I like the crowd and get like the cheer and everything. So yeah, I'm a little old school thinker
But I
about
mean,
that.
some people who are prone to gaming would debate loneliness with the online gaming. They stick around the computer all day long and they chit chat and they have their own friendships and network and I suppose it's not going in the future. Online networking will be more and more important. But yes, who wouldn't want to come to Paris?
So much.
I hope.
I
Yeah,
had the show, it was fun. Like, I like that whole vibe, definitely. fashion is all about fun also, you know. It's a serious business, but you have to make the fun out of it as well, you know. Because
Absolutely. People look at it. People look at it with an eye, with a miraculous eye, looking at how we managed the fashion shows, how fabulous models we had. We had 20 Japanese makeup artists from Augment, Tokyo. We had Aubrey Lute from Los Angeles, the hairdresser, the hairstylist that also styles Oscar gala attendees. So yeah, the vibe is unparalleled. And not speaking about the models are fabulous. Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
they have, I think, not so easy time nowadays. They manage with the photo shoots and but they miss the catwalks, the runway shows that they were so um, so popular to work at. You know, we work with
It's
such.
like ritual, you know, so you always have to have it.
All right, Dacha, thank you so much for your time today. I hope the listeners learned something new and interesting from Ece Nayman about her plans on developing her business, the way she manages now under the current conditions, and where she sees herself in the future with the help of people, first and foremost, and then technology and hopefully us as well on the way. Thank you again. Thank you for
Thank you very
listening.
much for being